am Mega Random 42, and we have some more Star Trek Discovery news. Every day there's some Star Trek Discovery news. So today, apparently, there's a new article that came out a couple of days ago, and it comes from comicbook.com again. So thank you so much for letting me use these articles. I don't know if it's more letting me, but I'm definitely giving you guys credit where credit is due. So yeah, it's the article right here says Star Trek Discovery, L'Rell will struggle with Klingon patriarchy in season 2. Okay, so let's just get right into this article. And of course, these are always by Jamie Lovett. He must be, or she must be assigned to Star Trek, of course. The themes of Star Trek have often mirrored real-life struggles, be it racism or the Cold War, and Star Trek Discovery Season 2 will be no different. The first season finale of Star Trek Discovery saw L'Rell, played by Mary Chieffo, become the new Chancellor of the Klingon High Council, thanks in part to her literally having her finger on the button of a weapon that could destroy the Klingon homeworld. But a doomsday device only gets you so far. L'Rell is still living in a patriarchal society, and that's something Discovery will address. There's a female Klingon leading a warfaring, mostly male-dominated race. Star Trek Discovery co-creator and executive producer and showrunner Alex I is a writer and start every sentence with the word "and," Kurtzman pointed out to IGN. Executive producer Heather Caden added, and sometimes it can be hard for a woman to have a position of power without being questioned. I don't know if you're aware of that. Oh, I know what kind of positions of power you guys have let L'Rell have. Let's just talk about that for a second. L'Rell, who tortured and raped, basically, Ash Tyler. So you basically are trying to spin this that, oh, it's so hard for the poor little rapist Klingon warrior who tortured and flat out raped this guy. It's so hard for her. I really, really feel bad for her. And yeah, sorry for the disgusting visual here on screen. She raped the guy. She had her way with him. He had PTSD because of this experience. She tortured him by basically making him into, you know, they did it in the most complicated way possible. They grafted, or they removed all the Klingon stuff, and then they made him human instead of just taking the brain of the Klingon and putting it in the human. And yeah, they backtrack so many times with this, and I've covered that in my Star Trek Discovery review, how they actually did his transformation from Vok the Torchbearer, the albino, you know, see, the whitest of white people that they could give you, right, to this, you know, PTSD, you know, poor shell of his former self, who she had her way with. And yeah, he was very traumatized by that. So let's just get this image off screen real quick. Kurtzman went on to explain that L'Rell's struggle with the parallel struggles of human women in our world, or will parallel the struggles of human women in our world. Yeah, I don't think that I want to take sympathy so much on her, right? I'll get into that when I get into the rant. Let's finish the article. So, it's in the spirit of all great Star Trek, said Kurtzman. We're mirroring so much of what's happening in our world right now. And what she's dealing with is what every woman who's in a position like that and not in a position like that is dealing with when it comes to the way they're living in a patriarchy. Really? There's a lot of women who make a lot more money than their male counterparts. Female porn stars, female models. Yeah, there's a lot of women who make more money. So if that's one of the things you're talking about, there's a lot of women who have more power over their male counterparts. Look at Kathleen Kennedy. So yeah, I don't really identify so much. I mean, actually on YouTube I absolutely do, because there's a lot of men who make way more than I do on YouTube. But, you know, we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to talk about the article. So, very much, that is what we're tackling. And L'Rell is strong, and she is, you know, she has to meet their fire with not just fire, but actually real consideration and thoughtfulness and strategy. And it's really, here God, he starts a sentence with "and." Alex fucking Kurtzman, and there's another one, and. He starts three of them you start with the fucking word "and." Alex Kurtzman, learn how to goddamn fucking write. Or speak. My God. This stuff. It's really interesting to see L'Rell grow into the leader that she becomes this season. Well, she's already a leader. L'Rell's position is unlikely to cause any kind of seismic shift in Klingon culture. We know from Star Trek The Next Generation and spin-offs that women are still only allowed to serve on the council under special circumstances in the 24th century, which is why this is bullshit, but perhaps L'Rell's struggle will help bring Discovery to that familiar, optimistic Star Trek tone in Season 2. No, it won't. No, it won't. The struggle with the patriarchy might also explain what looks like an assassination attempt on the Chancellor's life in the most recent Discovery trailer. Are you excited about Season 2? No, I'm not. I'm really not. So, back to my ranting portion of the video here. Alex learned how to write, first off. Second, okay, so he talks a little bit about how you know, we have to identify with these Klingons, and they're supposed to be topical and modern. So remember last year when they said that the Klingons were basically a representation on the show of Trump supporters, you know, crazy people, crazy religious people who go around starting wars and things, and they were kind of, well, I instead of like really viewing them as Trump supporters personally myself, I saw them as crazy religious zealots who were just out for blood. You know, Crusade era level crazy religious people who are just out to, you know, murder and conform everybody to their way of thinking. Not only that, my hugest issue with like this article and with, it's not the article itself, it is the way it's being spun, how they want us to now kind of have sympathy. Oh, poor L'Rell, she's a woman living in a man's world. She's a rapist. Okay, she's a rapist and a torturer and a murderer and a cannibal. And I know it's not technically cannibalism if you eat another, you know, like somebody who's not a Klingon if you are a Klingon. But she ate another person that she had a conversation with in mirror universe form. You know, they ate Captain Giorgio. They ate people. Okay? Like, I'm supposed to be sympathetic to this character? Really? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little hot-headed and a little upset about these things because it's kind of bullshit. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is kind of crazy? You know, and yeah, we do kind of live in a day and age where, you know, women do tend to make less for the most part, but there are also circumstances where they don't. And you know, if you're trying to appeal to my yay, women are great thing, maybe make a character who's a little less of a rapist torturer than L'Rell, a little less of somebody who can commit genocide at a whim. You know, we don't know if she would do it yet because I haven't seen the rest of the season or any of this season. We don't know if she would do it. But please, come on, for crying out loud. I'm not going to have sympathy for L'Rell, okay? I'm really not. I'm not going to be, oh yay, she's a female and I have to side with her. No, she tortured poor Ash Tyler and Vok, both of them. Even though I think Tyler was technically dead. So she tortured Vok into thinking he was Tyler. She manipulated him. She got inside of his mind. And, I mean, I guess, yeah, that's kind of a typical woman. A lot of women do that. But, you know, what the crap? I'm not going to side with this woman. You know, do you guys need the proof again? Here she is. Warning. Trigger warning. It's disgusting. Don't look if you don't want to see it. Yeah, she's having her way with him. This is what L'Rell looked like. You know? Having her way with Tyler. I wasn't making it up, okay? We had full on, I mean, the tribbles are there to censor it so we can adhere to YouTube standards. But come on, for crying out loud here, you know? What do you guys think? Does this article kind of sound like we're supposed to be sympathetic to L'Rell and her situation? Because she's, oh, poor woman being pushed aside by the Klingon, you know, by the mean, nasty Klingon men. Like, seriously. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Bye!